Hello everyone, this is Zelx here, and yes, this time my formatting is a little bit different from my reviews. This time I'm splitting all the classes into into 9 separate videos, so I can go. I don't get one super long video where I review all of them. I can probably give you more information on each single card as well. So I think I repeated. If you watch all my other videos already, this is getting repetitive, so I'll probably stop and get right into the cards. First up, Gerolu, Omega LOL, something LOL, I don't know the name LOL. It's a 1-mana 1/1 that auto evolves for free, and whenever allied follower evolves, and it has Bane. So, my first impression of this, the immediately first thought, evolve neutral. Why? When I first played evolve neutral, one of my biggest problem with it is that I can get 5 evolves by turn 6 consistently to activate Roland. Getting Roland active on turn 6 is really strong. And usually the way I did it is I have to play Troya on 3, Day on 4, Charlemagne, Dooming Dancer, and then no, Charlemagne, 1-drop, evolve that 1-drop, play a neutral, and then play Day's little guy, the cat lady, to evolve the neutral follower, which will get me 5 evolve going first. And then on going second is a lot easier, just Troya on turn 3, Charlemagne 4, and then Long Booming Dancer, and then turn 5 evolve 2 followers, and you can get Roland active on 6 relatively easily. But what Gerolu here, or however you want to call her name, you can get Roland active on turn 5 a lot more consistently, which will be a lot stronger, definitely, if you can get Roland active on turn 5, which in my opinion is really strong. And not only that, Gerolu also have personal shield and face shield. Shield also have Bane on both normal and evolve. So if whenever you strike, you basically Gerolu will always trade into at least 2 followers unless your opponent has a board clear in their hand. In which case, that's a lot of tempo for you as a neutral sword player, which you might actually need, and you also protect your leader from any sort of scary burn, a counter magic, a face shield, however you like it. So, because of all the points I stated, even outside of evolve decks, you can play this in rally. Rally is a 1-drop, 1-mana 1/1. Rally 1 is good enough already, and even has upsides. Did I mention if you play this on turn 5, whenever you play this on turn 5 and you strike with it, you're basically already at 5 evolve, so you always basically proc this face shield. So regarding that, I think this is a really strong card, a 4/5, a 5/5 in evolve neutral. And then outside of evolve neutral, in the other deck that I can think of, Rally Sword maybe is not as good because it doesn't cycle, it doesn't draw, but I think it's still a solid pick, so it's a 4/5 at the very least. Next up, Balion, Shining Sovereign. So this is an introduction to a new archetype for sword. This is Natural Sword, and Balion is the center of the deck. What is Balion? Balion is a 3-mana 3/3 ward follower, and if you, at least 10 allied cards have left play damage, this card evolves. And then what were you looking for? Is Balion on evolve is a storm follower. It's a 3-mana 5/5 storm follower with ward, and it gives you the leader the effect to give a luminous blade into your hand whenever an allied natural world tree is destroyed once every turn. What is a Luminous Blade? It's a 0-mana spell that gives +1/+1 to an allied natural follower, and if at least 20 cards have left played, it gets +2/+2 instead. And if you chose Balion, you do 2 to a random follower. So off the bat, it may seem weird. It's a 3-mana. Actually, a 3-mana 5/5 storm is pretty strong. It's good enough already. That's enough reason to run it. And you also, okay, not a but okay, I just say but multiple times in a row. But where was I? I was thinking about something. Yes, I was thinking about the support cards. The question you want to ask yourself is how early can you get this effect active? And I think I can provide an answer for you. So we'll come back to Balion in a moment. Let's take a look at some of the support cards. After Bun and Bars. So we'll take a look at Bun and Bars first, because this is the more standalone one. It's a 4-mana 3/3 storm follower, decent enough. And you put a revolutionary shot into your hand and give it the following effect at the end of your turn. If this card is in your hand, discard it. If you have more evolve points, then your opponent put 2 into your hand instead. And if you evolve it at the start of your next turn, you summon a Val Speedy, which is a vehicle. So it's a 4-mana 5/5 storm. You get you hope to you get Revolutionary Sword, which is 0 mana deal 4. You can use it to just like shoot people. Bang bang, you can shoot an enemy follower, clear a ward, so Bun and Bar can go face for 5 damage. And or if your opponent doesn't have any ward and you're pretty low on hit point, you can just ignore it, discard it, and restore 2 defense to your leader. And what is Val? It's a 3 mana 2/2 maneuver, which is a keyword that has not been reprinted in a long while. And whenever you play a follower that originally costs 5 pay points or less, this card becomes maneuverable. It can evolve, and then evolve, so it has rush, and whenever the follower maneuvering it comes in returns to play, it evolves as well. So let's see what are some things you can cook with Bun and Bar. So definitely first things first, evolve deck. You can definitely see it supports evolve very well. You evolve one in Bar, you evolve one with Val, you evolve the follower that is riding Val, and then you can still manually evolve a follower that you play from hand that turn. So what other things can you say about this? You can use it to clear a follower. 0 mana deal 4 is strong. Most followers on play during turn 4 or turn 5 have less than 4 hit points, so you can clear that really easily. Or in worst case, you can still heal 2 for free. Basically, that's really strong. And I still have to mention, you still have to kill. They still have to attack and kill Bun and Bar, so they can leave it on board. And they can't even get rid of Bow because it summons at the start of your next turn, which is very, very cool. So very generic right now, but it still doesn't do anything very exciting. They're just being generically good. But let's see what spicy things we can come up with. Val, off the top of my head, you can get Roland and Wise out in the same turn. You can play Roland, use it destroy a follower. Actually, no, not really. You need to get 5 evolves before the Roland, but I think that's actually possible. Going second, evolve this. Yeah, that's actually possible. So you can get Roland and Wise out in the same turn. The main goal or target of this I would love to use is actually Wise. You can use Val to trade into a follower, and then Wise comes back, evolves for free, and immediately locks your opponent out of the fanfare effect. So they will usually have to spend an evolve point to deal with it unless they have spells, and which counters you, in which case you cry. But anyways, if they do that, I think you're still happy, because if they play a spell, that means they're not playing followers, so you still have board control. Yay! Other cards that you can abuse with this, off the top of my head, I can't think of much. Actually, I can think of Day. You can use Day without evolving the one play point secret investigation card from a hand. Other cards that evolves for free, that has good effects when they evolve. Yeah, I can't think of much. It's basic off the top of my mind. I can only think of Wise. No, not Wise. I can think of Wise, and I can think of Day. But there is only one thing I want to point out about these two cards. Actually, you know what? I'll leave this for later. I think it's more suited if I talk about the special cookery that I have in mind when I came to the class that actually mentions it. So for now, the most interesting mechanic I can think about with this is actually just Roland into Wise, into evolve Roller into evolve Wise, so you get a 7/7 ward and a 6/6 must kill card. Otherwise, your opponent essentially loses the game, and your cards, all your followers and you are targetable from going forward. That is really strong, if you can pull it off. Yeah, I'll have faith. That seems doesn't seem that bad. So you know what? Because it's generally good, but what deck would this slot into? Not into rally, because it's only one card for 4 mana, even though actually it's 2 cards for 4 mana. And you can even throw a Storm Follower into Val, and so when Val brings back the follower evolves, I can go face. Oh, wait a minute, that's actually 5, 8, 5, 10 damage? Maybe a little bit better than I expected, so you know what, I'll put it at a 3.5 for now. I still need to see where you can go. My first thought is definitely to put it into an evolve sword deck, evolve neutral, but looking at it, you can probably put it into aggro sword as well. I think there is potential for aggro sword to be a thing. Next up, we have Leod, Light of the Moon, Ward, game ambush until the end of your opponent's turn. If allied follows have evolved at least 5 times, evolve this follower. When this follower evolves, put a Beyond the Veil into your hand. Okay, looks like Val has a new target to ride, and that is Leod, Light of the Moon. Which, you know what, is decent enough. I mean, he has Ward, he's a basic 3/6, that's premium stat. Is that premium stats? No, 2 mana 1/4 is premium stats, 3 mana 1/4 is still decent. He gets ambush, which may or may not be good. And if followers have evolved 5 times, this evolves for free. So could be Evolve Sword. But let's take a look at what Beyond the Veil is. Beyond the Veil is a 1 mana gold spell, deal 3 to all enemy followers. That's really strong. But if allied followers have evolved at least 7 times, this deals 3 to the enemy leader, which is basically a flag, but better. If you know Loot Swords, Loot Pirate Flag, Dread Pirate's Flag, this is basically that, but better. So long you evolve 7 times, which, you know what, by turn 7 is really easy. And if you're playing this, you're probably getting it by turn 7 anyways. And you also have ambush, so usually I think this can hit face for 3 if you're lucky, or not once, worst case. And so that's still a lot of cheap damage that you can slowly whittle your opponent down. Definitely, I can see this play in aggro. I can see this play in evolve. Why did I say I can this is play in aggro? Because, well, you play a 3 mana 1/4 that will always hit face. It's uninteractable, you will basically guarantee hit face. And if you're going second, you can evolve it, you can even get a Beyond the Veil, you can start doing all sorts of crazy shenanigans on turn 4. God knows, God bless. And yes, it might actually push Evolve Sword in a more aggressive direction, which, you know what, I don't mind. So for this is a 4/5. Actually, is that a... Well, I actually don't think there's a scenario where I hate having Leod, so you know what, that's actually a 4/5. Next up, Fiery Strike. This is actually a natural support card. What is it? Or even ready. So it's a 3 mana. It can fuse. It summons 2 Steelclad Knights. Steelclad Knights are 2 mana 2/2. So you ready 2 with this and you get 4/4 in stats. 3 mana 4/4. That's premium stats, by the way. That's really good. But that's not all. If this card is fused with at least 1 card, you summon a World Tree. So if you have a World Tree in play already, this is says 1 a card. This reads 1 a card. And draw a card. And if you have fused with at least 2, you deal 5 to a random enemy follower. You clear a follower for 3. This became aggressive advance with 2 cards fuse. And if you fuse 3, you summon Fox Spearmans, which are 1/1 storms. And they summon a World Tree. So basically, if you fuse 3, you draw 3 cards. You draw 3 cards, deal 5 to a random enemy follower. And you get 2 damage storm. This card is busted. This card is nuts. There is not a single sword deck that you probably don't want to run this in. It's draw, it's hand control, it's rally. Why would you not want to run this? Like, in what world is this bad for you? Like, actually, what world is it bad for you? I don't see which world is this bad. Like, there's so many things with this you can do with this card. And even worst case, you don't want any of this effect, just play it for a 3 mana 4/4 early game. I mean, of course, it gets worse as the game goes longer, but maybe one day these 2 Foxmen will come into clutch, and you'll be so thankful you can play it for the fusion tree. And especially in Neteran, because I'm guessing that we're gonna get a ton of card draw. Fusion cards, you're not even going to go down in hand size. This card is 6/5. It's that good. I think it's that good. And because of this card, and I think is Foxian going coming next? Is not. So you know what? And just because of this card alone, I can already push Badion up to like 4.5 stars. That's how good this card is. But let's take a look at some of the rest. Next we have Fleet Tigress, Furry, 4 mana 4/4 rush. If at least 5 allied cards have left play this match, restore 2 defense to your leader and recover 2 play points. By the way, I'm just gonna point out, Fiery Strike is 3 cards. 4 cards actually. 4 cards. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like Fiery Strike is 5 cards on herself, just by himself. 3 mana, 5 cards, by the way. Think about that. Just play that and Fleet Tigress is active. And then 5, let's play. And this is perfect curve as well. Restore 2 defense and recover 2 play points. 2 mana 4/4, summon a Neteran World Tree. Pretty decent, pretty solid stats. Too bad you cannot play 2 of them in 1 turn, but you know what, that's still fine. I mean, the fact that we can play 2 of them in 1 turn feels a bit odd, so you know what I'll say is like 2 star. Maybe I don't know if there's anything better you want to play, but right now it's feeling like a 2-star. Next up, Blade Ride Hero, 5 mana 3/3, summon 2 Fortress cards. Fortress cards is the 3 mana 2/3 with what? If you have more evolve points, evolve them. 3 evolve. Okay, evolve sword is a thing. So you need to have more evolve points. So yeah, that's a bit iffy because sometimes your opponent doesn't evolve and then you cry. Whenever an allied for officer follower comes into play, restore 1 defense to your leader. Because it's 5 mana, it's really hard to combo this effect, but you will definitely at least heal 2, which could be relevant. You do get like 4-5 wards if you have more evolve points, or at the very worst 2-3 wards. And a 3-3 body. 3 evolves, you have more. Think there's better things you can do, but you know what, it's generic, it's okay. If there's nothing better to do, you guess you can run this, so it's a 2 or 5 at the very least. Next up, Precious Memories, 1 mana draw a card, that's good enough. That's an insight, you can play this anywhere in the world. But it still has a secondary effect. Evolve a random unevolved allied follower that has Ambush active. This is a card that can evolve pre-evo turn. That is huge. That is disgustingly strong. And it's ambush as well. So you know what? And let's take a look at what ambush followers you have first. But actually, just because of the 1 mana draw a card, 4-star, potentially even 5-star, depending on how strong this effect is. Okay, let's take a look at next one. Looping Crusher, 2 mana 3/1 Rush. Hey, this is the 3/1 that we were talking about when we were reviewing Forest. But anyways, moving past that, summon a Natural World 3. If 5 cards have left play, recover 1 play point. It's a 1 mana 3/1 that summons a 3. That draws a card. I mean, and you want to talk about 5 cards display literally? It's literally just this card. Okay, that's it. That's the 5 cards. Okay, that's really good. Okay, anywhere else? What else? Nothing else. 3 mana 2/1 Rust or buff yourself. Okay, fine. 4/5. Natural Sword is cooking. And next one, Fox Spearman is basically quick data, but better because you draw a card and cycle as well at the expense of one of your board slots, which doesn't matter because you don't care about that one board slot because all your guys die anyways and you draw so many cards, so usually you only need to rely on Bladion to win. So this is a 5/5 because it's just good. It's so generically good, there's nothing I can say about it. And that's why we have Counter Solari Adapt, 1 mana 1/1 ambush permanently. So, if this has said ambush until the end of your next turn, I would have been a bit more skeptical. But what happens now is that you can play that on 1 Precious Memory on 2 and your opponent quits the game because you have a 1 mana 3/3. That's it. Your opponent quits the game because you have a 1 mana 3/3 on turn 2 that went face immediately. What is your opponent going to do about that? That's disgusting. That's nuts. In fact, you probably don't even need to play Evo neutral sword anymore. Just play ambush Evo sword. And I think that would be equally strong. I think that is equally strong. Like Charlemagne, hello, no, you're free to go. Like Counter Solari Adapt and a Precious Memory. That's it. Game over. GG. Turn 2. You lost the game on turn 2. I think that's what's gonna happen. Is that good? Those 2 card combo together, is that good? I actually think it's that good. You know what? Because of this, because it's ambush and we have this card here, 5-star. That's how broken I think it is. You know what? Because like I try to, because sometimes I go very in between. This is the one time I'm going to go straight out and say that 1/1 is disgusting, and especially if you can draw inside. You get those 2 cards in your opening hand, you win the game on the spot. And then what's next? On turn 3, you play like new Blooming Dancers. Oh, GG. That's it. Oh my god. How about this? Turn 2, another Counter Solari. That on turn 3, you play another bring back let's see. Precious Memories. You play like 2 the Blooming Dancers. That's over. Game over. You got 3 evolves on turn 3. What is your opponent's gone? They're gone. They can't do anything. It's over. They can try this. They're not recovering from that. That's disgustingly strong. And we still have 1 more natural card, so let's take a look at that as well. But like, damn, this is like the 6-star card for Forest. The sword, not sword. Oh my god, so just basically had 2 6-star cards. Oh my, geez. Sword is eating good. Next one, Brother's Pride, 1 mana deal 2. If 10 has left play, which is really easy. Based on my calculation, you can easily get 10. Based on all the cards review, you can probably get 10 cards leave play on turn 4 really easily. Like 3 Foxmen on turn 1, 2, 3, and then on turn 3 you just play the gold card, and then that's it. That's 10 cards you play, and Badion evolves on turn 4. And then Brother's Pride. And then you can get more World Trees. Oh well, that's broken. That's busted. Okay, yeah, that's very easy. That's very, very easy to do. So because of the ease of it, this is a 4.5 star card, and let's check that it's, yep, we are done with Swordcraft. So we'll go back to visit Badion again. How strong is he? He's nuts. He's nuts because of the hero potential. Potentially you can evolve this on turn 4. Like, no questions asked, evolve on turn 4, 6/6 Storm, go face, play him again next turn, go face, pay him the turn after that, go face, your opponent gets steamrolled. And there's absolutely nothing you can do. And there's still Storm cards from other decks as well. It's just good. The whole package works really well together. So I'll give it a 5.5 star card. Anyway, so that's it for Swordcraft. So some of the other classes reviews will be somewhere on the screen right now. Be sure to check them out. And yes, if you're new to the channel, want to play Shadowverse in general, I make Shadowverse content. I'm Zelx, and please do leave a like, leave a subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Moving on.